You can't lose, right? Some people, oh, I can't do anything. I want to kill myself. I used to be doing this, doing that. No, I can't do anything anymore. I'm kill myself. So those guys do not know experiential value. Even though you have lost many of your functions, even though you are chronically disabled, but this is still a beautiful world. You can still experience the beauty, the wonder of being alive by appreciating every breath, appreciating sunset, sunrise, the people you meet, the flowers you can see, the air you smell. There's so many things around us. I wrote a review about Kill. This guy working all his life, never skip a day, no holiday, just Japanese movie. Until the doctor told him that you have terminal cancer. Then he didn't know how to do himself anymore. His life collapsed. He went to the, I better spend my last few minutes, I better to find out what happiness is. He's desperate to find happiness. Until he learned how to enjoy the nature around him. Until he learned to spend the last few days create something for the children. Then he died happy. So you can always experience something. The last one is that when you cannot do create value, when you have no experience value, when you're being tortured or being beaten up, when you cannot endure the horror of life, you can still maintain a heroic stance of defiance, of rebel. If you don't know how to rebel, you don't know how to survive. You rebel against fate, rebel against trauma, rebel against all the giants trying to crush you. It's the attitude of defiance that gives you power to continue to move forward. It's the attitude of defiance that gives us the will to live in the face of suffering, obstacle, and death. So Frankl's three ways can also help many people. Yeah? Here is also from Frankl. People say, well, tell me meaning of life. I have no job. I have no love, no relationship. I got nothing. What's my meaning? So Frankl's basic meaning intervention is that everybody has meaning. Do you know why? Do you have a family? I'm sure you're not born in a rock. I'm sure you're not born in a rock. You have parents, you have brothers and sisters, your family. Do you have a relationship? They may care about you. Second, I'm compared with other people, I'm useless, I'm stupid, I'm ugly, I'm poor, I'm low IQ. Frankl would say, wow, but you're unique. You're singular. You are as singular as your fingerprint. You're irreplaceable, systemic value. Nobody can replace you. You're ugly in a unique way, because nobody can be like you. Nobody can be as ugly as you or as stupid as you. You're unique. That's your value. Your value of being unique. That singularity gives a meaning. And secondly, Frankl would say, Okay, you're stupid. But you can always improve yourself. You can grow. You can always improve yourself. See, by improving yourself, your sense, don't compare yourself with other people. Because social deprivation can make the best people miserable. In Chinese saying, 一山比一山高，山外有山, the mountain higher than another mountain higher than you. There's always somebody better than you. So you cannot compare with other people all the time. That will make you miserable. So you have to compare yourself with your yesterday. Today, I must learn something that I didn't know yesterday. If every day you do that, you continue to improve yourself. Then that is intrinsic motivation, intrinsic joy, intrinsic meaning. Finally, Frankl will say, well, you are also made in the image of God. All people have access to the spiritual realm. You can transcend all your limitations. You can transcend all your obstacles by crying to God. That's why I'm still alive. All my enemies are dead, or mostly dead. But I'm still going strong because I have God on my side. I pray every day, every moment, every step, at night, a day. I pray like crazy because I can't do it alone. So this advice from Frankl can help people who feel, oh, I have no meaning. Oh, my love meaning. You always have meaning. That means what do you have? Here, there are all kinds of intrinsic kind of meaning. Now, here, meaning management, we usually search for meaning. Basically, there are three kinds of search. The first kind is negatively oriented search. When anything happened to you, bad happened to you, what's the first response? Why me? See? Why me? Why this? Why did horrible thing happen to me? Job asking, why me? I'm a righteous person. Why bad things happen to good people? Okay. So that kind of search help us to search for the cause of our suffering, search for the purpose for suffering. It also helps us to reflect. Maybe God is sending me a message for change. Maybe the pandemic it tells me that my lifestyle needs change. Maybe the pandemic tells me that I need to start my life in a different direction. So negative oriented search are probably the most common. Okay? Now, positive oriented search is like the rich man saying that I have everything. What's life for? I'm still not satisfied. So it's a deep yearning for what my or young people say, well, God, my whole life lying ahead of me. What should I do with my life? So they're trying to do something with their life. It's positively oriented search. It reflects our deep spiritual yearning for doing something significant, doing something that is greater than we are. Okay. All purpose search is what we call this uh, automatic appraisal. That means whenever we go through life, we often say, well, what's happening? Is it safe for me? Appraisal usually account to uh, Richard Lazarus. Appraisal, you have three kinds. People ask themselves three questions. Is this situation dangerous? Is this situation good for me, beneficial, or safe? The third way is the situation uncertain. Then what it is, okay? So usually we try to, when we go to a place, usually, animal, animal, they explore before they jump in. It's safe. They put a toe in, check it out. So the third type of search, somebody say, well, your situation is safe or not safe. Your situation good for me or not good for me. So we need that search to protect us. So it is built-in reflex, okay? We also have different kind of meaning making or meaning construction, okay? We make meaning to increase our understanding, okay? All kinds of things happen to us, but our mind is not equipped to handle all the bits and pieces of information. Every day we're bombarded with all kinds of stimuli. We've gone through all kinds of experience. So when children come home, the parents say, "What's your day?" The kid will say, "Stop, just stop." Or we tell a story because it's difficult to remember all the things happen to me, all the things happen to us until our brain construct a story that link all the fragments things together. So we're storytellers. We always make up stories. Unfortunately, most of the time the stories are false. We hope to twist the facts. We either make a story, most of the time we make a story make us look good. Or we'll make up story make us look like victim of everybody is persecuting me, okay? A victim story. So we always make up stories, okay? So what we construct a meaning around events that happen to us. Okay? Also, we also construct meaning to reduce stress. Okay? So what do I mean by mean by that? Okay? For example, when I suffer and I fall into despair, so I'll say, well, if Job can suffer for no reason and got rewarded eventually, maybe I'm a current day Job. See what I'm doing? I'm now recasting my personal story into a meta narrative, into a universal story, the suffering of innocent man. But that's a step towards a better life. So Sometimes I say, oh, I'm like Joseph in the Bible, or Apostle Paul. So when you compare yourself, when you catch yourself into part of a big story, you first of all you feel that you're not alone. Secondly, you have examples. Say, look, they're able to do it. It can happen to me too. So you can construct stories to make sure to reduce the stress. You can make up a story to make your life more meaningful. Okay. Well, finally, this is my famous model, Pure. You know what? All psychology, you will read the psychology of meaning. Everybody say, oh, we all know that meaning has three components: comprehension, purpose, and emotion. Okay. Three components. Okay. Purpose, understanding of comprehension, and happiness, emotion. Okay. They feel good. Yeah. Nobody talk about vulnerability. I'm the only one. No, not only Franco does that, and Jordan Peterson does that. Jordan Peterson, Franco, and Wong. We say you cannot have a meaningful life without vulnerability. But you still reach genres. When you define meaning, the other three without vulnerability. But we're saying that without vulnerability, it's difficult for you to live a meaningful life because, first of all, you need to make a choice. Okay, what a person want to be, what kind of life, what a person want to be, what kind of life do you want to achieve? Do you want to be famous? Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be pretty? Do you want to be an ordinary person? Do you want to be superwoman, superman? So that involves volition, the faculty of volition, that involves self-determination, involves a conscious choice. But what we're saying is that you have to make a responsible choice, responsible to yourself, for your well-being, responsible to society. So make sure your choice will not hurt other people. You say, oh, my purpose in life is to be number one drug lord. Drug lord. Or my purpose in life is to be the most powerful man. But in so doing, you sacrifice millions of lives, like Hitler, Mao Zedong, and Stalin. The responsible choice means that you do not only violate your own conscience, you do not do things that hurt other people. Finally, you are responsible to your maker. Franco called that super meaning. Chinese people may not believe in God. They always say, 老天爷, the sky god is watching. Sky god watching you, the sky god knows what you're doing. So we are accountable to someone up there. A trouble occurs because people do not think they are responsible. They say God is dead. People are not responsible for what they do. So we got to bring meaning, bring responsibility back in order to live a meaningful life. You're not responsible to your conscience, not responsible to God, not responsible to humanity. then your purpose can be dangerous. Your life purpose can be dangerous. The more powerful you are, the more dangerous you are. Okay? The natural law of responsibility. You reap what you sow, the law of effect. Okay? Under karma, you reap what you sow. Every action and decision has consequences. You're free to choose, but you're not free from the consequences. The law of effort. The more effort put in, the more you produce. The law of habit. What you are what you do every day. You are lazy every day, you become lazy for the rest of your life. You learn to work hard every day, then you have a disciplined life. You discipline your hard work. So whatever you do has consequences. So you are responsible for what you do every day. You choose laziness every day, then every day you make excuses for being lazy. Okay, that's fine. You spend the rest of your life as a lazy guy, then accomplish anything. So don't marry a lazy guy. Read for yourself. No time. My time is up. So thank you for listening to the last slide. The lot of test material you can get from drpawan.com and min.ca. Okay, and hopefully next time we have more time, I can give you more case studies and teach you more skills. Okay, thank you for taking part. See you in some other meetings. Okay, talk to you later.
Thank you, Dr. Wang.